So yeah, it's really an honor to be here and join all of you in this kind of milestone moment. I'm still learning the island of Dominica, but easily and quickly falling in love with it. This is the first time I've spent more than just a couple days here. I've come in and out on a lot of trips, but yeah, it is very unique, as Greg was saying. Really a special island. It's unlike anything else I've seen in the Caribbean. So, yeah, I'm excited to be here for the launch of the Waterfront Residences. I think it's a really great product for the island, something different, something new, and really enjoyed meeting everybody at Secret Bay and getting to connect with the team. So, yeah, and I know that this project for Gregor comes from a deep place of passion. He's told me his story and kind of shared a little bit about how he ended up doing this. And him and his family's history in the Caribbean is really inspiring and really impressive. So, yeah, and I've also really enjoyed getting to know his wife Sandra on this trip for the first time. She's absolutely lovely, and working with Marvelyn and her whole team. I met Gregor actually over LinkedIn. He reached out to me about a year ago, and at the time I hadn't actually announced that I was starting to work with Sotheby's, but we just kind of hit it off and connected on all things real estate investment, development, and especially in the Caribbean. So I thought that was really cool. I quickly met Marvelyn, and she's also been a real pleasure to work with. One of the hardest working and most diligent professionals I've met in the Caribbean. Yeah, just a real consummate professional. So I'm looking forward to working with her more and more. And so I spent a lot of time in Antigua and Barbuda and St. Kitts and Nevis, and done a lot of research in the Caribbean on kind of what's happening with the markets here and some different trends. And one thing we're seeing is a lot of global families and investors eyeing the Caribbean as a place to buy, set up a often third, fourth, fifth home, or get into the business of development and investment. And we've all watched markets over the last decade, like Cayman, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas double, triple, and quadruple in price. Recently, we've seen Anguilla, and even Barbados start to really tick up. St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua this past season has done really well, but I don't think we've seen that in Dominica yet. Right? There hasn't really been that significant movement in prices and capital appreciation. But the more I'm here, the more I think there is an opportunity for that, and it could happen organically. I think part of it's through policy, part of it's through the work that we do, right? All of us creating products like this, and so I'm excited about the future here, and I think there's real potential for that to happen. I really believe that. So yeah, the island offers something really rare, right? Something really unique, as I was saying earlier, and Gregor kind of spoke to. Yeah, I'm incredibly proud to represent this development exclusively with Sotheby's, and our mandate, worldwide, is to bring global exposure to projects like this, luxury real estate all around the world, and I really believe that I and we are the right people to do that. So I look forward to working on this and other projects hopefully in the future too. So maybe before I close, I'll thank Alex Wensley and her company, Alex Wensley Communications, for helping to set up this event and run the PR here. She's worked on other projects with us and with Sotheby's and has done just such a great job, and so I'm really glad that connection happened. I'd also like to say Neil and Carolyn Payne, who my colleagues with Sotheby's, they would really like to be here today, but for a couple different reasons they weren't able to make it. But they've been just really supportive and really just a pleasure to work with. And also to the media that made all made its way down, Kelsey and Brandy, who I just met. I'm excited for Brandy to explore a little more, but we dragged Kelsey through some walking trails and some hiking trails and some waterfalls, and I think she loved it. So that was kind of cool. And finally, Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett. Thank you for making the trip out. We all really appreciate it. So, maybe on a personal note, about 15 years ago, I discovered real estate investment and development. Actually, my landlord helped me buy my first house when I was 24, and I had about $40,000 saved through the job I had at the time, and which wasn't really enough to buy a home in Canada at the time. It was kind of too small a down payment. But she handed me 40 grand with no letter, no contract, nothing, and just said, I'll match what you have. Let's go find you a house, which was cool. And then a year later, I bought my first investment property. Beg, borrow, steal, found a way to get another deposit, and it was a real struggle. And I was there midnight hanging doors and a disaster. But ever since, I've had a passion for buying and selling and investing in real estate. And then, a few years later, after some soul searching, I kind of came up with the conclusion that I want to help design and build communities of the future, something I was just really passionate about. And ever since, I've been kind of chasing that. I've traveled to almost 60 countries and all throughout the Caribbean. Decided to leave Canada 5 years ago and relocate to Antigua and Barbuda, that I still call home. And I see the Caribbean as really a perfect place to kind of, achieve that vision. And it's a perfect place to build these communities, right? And I think Secret Bay is a really great expression of that. It's really, really unique and a place that I can see more and more people wanting to spend time in places like this. So, I'm really proud to be a part of it and excited for this next chapter. And so thank you for all coming today and being here. It's now my honor to introduce Prime Minister and have him say a few words.
There's one very important thing that you left
Yes.
out. You've just closed your first Secret Bay sale. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't the big one I wanted, but
okay, you got to
Gregor, I was actually thinking as I was sitting there, if I work on your wife Sandra, I think she'd be someone that could buy one of those waterfront. Probably work you out a deal, Sandra. We'll circumvent Gregor and go straight to you. So let's talk later.